Hello guys, this is Glenn from Sydney CBD Repair Center, and today we have an Apple Watch with a broken back glass. This is your Apple Watch Series 6 and David is going to fix it for us today. So let's get started. So this Apple Watch is a broken back glass, so the implication of this is your Apple Watch cannot be charged efficiently and it cannot read your beats per minute on your heart rate. So this is a very crucial part, just like your front display. So David here has already removed the front display, so we're just gonna detach it. So this has two main connectors. We're gonna unclip this. This is retaining clips and of course tapes, and we're gonna pull them out. So this is mostly for the touch screen and of course the display data that you can see through your display. We're just gonna be very careful not to damage this part. The Apple Watch, compared to your iPhone, it has a lot of tiny components that you can just snap into pieces if you're not careful. So a light hand approach is really necessary. David is now peeling this off. There's still one component left. Of course, there's tape holding it in. Now it's off. Now we can put the screen aside. We're gonna reuse that one later. And we're just gonna secure this flex cables with this plastic. So we can just continue with our disassembly process. At this point, we can now see the battery and the Taptic engine. Taptic engine, just like what you can see in your iPhones. We're gonna unscrew it. And now we're gonna detach the battery. The battery is so small, but it can power your Apple Watch for a day. This is the usual component that actually fails after the display and of course the back glass. Usually we have requests for repairs. Usually the display, the case, the back glass, and of course the battery. The battery, not so much, because it just fails when you have faulty chargers or you've already used up the device and its limit, like 2 years of use. We're gonna continue now to remove some of the components on the side of the Taptic engine. Now Taptic engine is off the device. We're now left with this case and of course components inside. So we have brackets that holds the buttons for the straps. And as you can see, we have already the replacement back glass for the Apple Watch Series 6, this specific device. Because you also have smaller sizes. This one is a 44mm. So we'll see if we can replace it now. We still have brackets to remove and small flat cables. So for those who are trying to DIY their own repairs, at this level of difficulty, you might as well just get a brand new Apple Watch. But here in Sydney CBD Repair Center, we advocate that you replace the broken components on your device and continue using it until it's really obsolete or really damaged. So you can still revive them, but if you want to do it on your own, you have to be very skilled like David here. But if you don't want the hassle of doing it on your own, this is really too much for you, you can just visit your local repair service technician, repair service center, or you can approach David here in Sydney CBD Repair Center. If you can't visit our shop, then you can just message us. You can send in your broken units, and David here will receive them and fix them in the shop. Once it's done, he's gonna return it back to you through mail. We already have a lot of customers worldwide that are sending their ROG phones, iPhones, usually things that can't be repaired in their own city or in their own states. David here is offering services that are reasonably priced, so he's better backup solution if you don't want to deal with Apple service centers or Samsung service centers, because if it's just display or battery, you can just replace them. But if your problem is really difficult to solve via a hardware replacement, then you might as well just visit Apple or Samsung or the company of your smartphone brand. We now have installed the replacement back glass. It's really challenging since there's a lot of buttons to manage, but David has already installed them. We have already speed up the process here. We're just reassembling the whole thing. We have glued up the back cover, so we're on the home stretch run. There's still a lot of components needed to be installed, so we're just gonna continue in with the reassembling. So the back glass is the most important thing because we're still reusing it. Sourcing these parts are also really tricky if you want to do it on your own. So if you have a trusted repair service center, they can do the sourcing of the replacement parts and install them for you. So you already saved a lot of effort and time in fixing your own device. Battery is in, Taptic engine is in, and the last piece of the puzzle is the display. So we're gonna connect all the connectors that we have seen. There's just 2 of them. And now we're gonna put it back together and test if it charges. And it does. So I hope you enjoyed this, guys. This is just a testament of David's patience and of course expertise in fixing smaller devices. He's not only an expert in Samsung repair, Apple repair, but also in the Apple or smartwatch realm. The Wi-Fi is good, so that means it can connect to your iPhone. Heart rate monitor is also good. Let's see how's David's heart. 72 beats per minute. So thanks for joining, guys. Till next time. Cheers!
If you want your smartphone fixed for a very reasonable price, you may contact Sydney CBD Repair Center. We also provide mail-in repair services for customers outside of Australia or Sydney. Just message us so we can arrange the shipping of your device.